to part 2 of NYAC Youth Chat. We're focusing on male marginalization. My name is Kurt Williams.
My name is Regis Burton.
I'm Linford Inverary.
Javier Jacobs.
Now guys, earlier, we had a long dialogue about male marginalization. But in my humble opinion, in Antigua and Barbuda, men are being seriously marginalized in the professional world, in terms of the workplace. You look around the workplace, the majority of workplaces in Antigua and Barbuda, what you see? Women. They talk about, oh, we want equal rights. We want the same amount of rights as males. But yet still my supervisor is a woman. My boss is a woman. It's three males in my department and like 14 women. Clearly, there's a bit of unbalance there. And at the same time, where I sit, in terms of opportunities out there, they're always saying, we would prefer a female candidate as opposed to a male. From where you sit, do you guys see similar?
Yeah, I have the same little problem. I have not a problem. I work with 9 women and there's 3 of us also. It's interesting. You have to deal with women. You do also have to deal with all of them. Sometimes probably having the period around the same time, and the emotional changes all around the same time. They complain, but then you as a man can't complain. You have your role to be strong. To hold it down for the fort.
And they're always bickering about something petty. Women are just so petty half the time.
And I will comment on that one. We're different. Men and women are different. I think we have to accept that. But men role in society is so defined. They were so defined, and they just now change. And remember in the first episode, you talked about the identity of men, and that's changing. And we're seeing that in the work world. I work in HR, and we even have to talk about the concept of now thinking about, even in Antigua, that whole gender change, and then being prepared for it now, because it's coming and it's knocking at the doors of Antigua. And coming from an HR professional point of view, we have to prepare and say, okay, what bathroom is this person going to use? How do we deal with our employees? How do we translate that information? And because we're not accustomed to it, but that's just mine.
Well, you said something earlier that women want equal rights and justice.
Yes.
I personally don't think they want equal rights and justice. Because if they want equal rights and justice, then they should not be selective with what they want equal rights and justice with.
True.
If it's equal rights and justice, let's put it on the level playing field for each other. So if you want the same role as men, go on your knees and propose to a man.
Oh.
If you want the same role as men, hey, go on the rooftop and fix a spouting. And this is the thing, whereas they say they want this and they say they want that, but when it's time to put them to that true test, that what men have to go through, they will break.
Nathan, do you have anything to add?
Well, first of all, let me just give my disclaimer. Let me say I'm not a misogynist. I'm not a chauvinist.
Neither am I.
Any stretch of the imagination. I definitely think that in terms of the earlier days, in terms of marginalization, we have to admit that women were at the receiving end of that.
That is true.
And then there came a point in time where males became at the receiving end of it, and women, as a result of demanding more rights and more justice and all these nice things and whatnot. And it's safe to say that they pretty much got it now. But no,
they wouldn't agree with you.
They definitely wouldn't agree with you.
Boy.
But why do you think they got it?
Why they got it?
Yeah.
I think society overall has got more liberal, and I think too that we have to admit that they were at a disadvantage.
They were.
We thought,
but not now.
I just stop home and cook, just stay home and take care of baby and take care of picnic and that kind of stuff. But no, we know that that's not necessarily the way that it has.
Those days are gone.
Because women are very capable of doing anything that men can do. Would you agree?
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, okay, so if we go back to the professionalism, you ever been harassed in your job?
Of course.
Sexually?
Yes.
Oh, look at his ass. in his pants, in his jeans, in his
I
trousers.
definitely think, and this is not talking about my current place of employment,
Alright.
but in the past, I have been in certain work situations where I felt so threatened by some of my female colleagues. They took advantage of me sometimes. You know, the emotional trauma, the distress, it's something that you know still bothers me to this day. And you know, I definitely think that we should make light of these types of situations. And I didn't want to go and complain to HR and seem like I'm soft, you know,
Right.
and that type of
Exactly.
stuff. So I ended up leaving some of those places of
Like a woman in you at your workplace, you like, hey, Ninfa, you look sexy today. Well, make you say that. Yeah, you look sexy today.
Yeah, that's
What? What did you just say?
Warning letter.
One letter, one time.
HR.
But you're just supposed to sit back and be like, yeah, I know I'm sexy, but thank you.
You see, but again, it's up to us men to make that report.
That's true.
That's easier
Make
said
that
than
report.
done.
If a woman if a woman put her hands on me, I'm going to the police station. I'm reporting.
Nobody's supposed
And
to-
then when they report it in the Observer,
It's
they're gonna be like a punky boy.
It's alright, but
Exactly.
my lawyers will deal with that.
And then
because
too-
if I turn around and hit that woman, they're not gonna say, oh boy, that boy stand up for his rights, you know. I'm gonna say, no,
And
it's
just to take it a little further back, when I was in primary school, I was bullied by a young lady. I went to
You're bullied by a woman.
yeah, and I would never hit a woman back in that
That's
situation and that type of stuff. So I went to my my headmistress, and no, it was my headmistress. It was a teacher, and I said to her, this really makes me feel uncomfortable and fearful of coming to school. And she basically just laughed it off.
She laughed at you.
Yes, she laughed at me.
These are the challenges that
Men have to face.
women have.
But guys, on a serious note, in Antigua we have a Department of Gender Affairs, or I think they call it the Directorate of Gender Affairs. However, in my humble opinion, and I mean I love the people down at Gender Affairs, I love the director and everything,
Yeah.
but I think that their focus is solely on women and girls. They completely ignore young men and the issues that we go through.
That's true.
And if it's a Department of Gender Affairs, you're supposed to be pushing for gender equality.
Yes. And we know by definition, gender envelopes male and female.
Yeah.
Right?
So, is gender affairs in Antigua working, in your opinion, for men, young men in particular?
For the marginalized male, for the male that's being sexually abused in a corporate setting, does he go to gender affairs?
Exactly. By his spouse.
They would have to complain.
Well, they say that they have the facilities in place to accommodate you, but
So maybe it's just men not going there? What do you think?
Yeah.
How about me? But even just the topics we would hear they discuss is mostly female history. I know you mentioned.
or LBGTs, that's what they call it. The LGBTs.
And
That's the correct
just
Something
to
like that.
touch on something too, we know that over the years, especially in the US, it's very publicized. Some of these female teachers and male students, these encounters
Yeah.
that they have and whatnot. When you look at the punishment that the female teachers get, and you compare it to
For the male
the opposite sex, I mean it's astounding.
Good point.
You know, they just get a slap on the wrist, and
Like sometimes you marry the student.
Exactly, I know what to say.
Exactly. And I mean, when we
If
talk
a male did that, they would have come down your throat.
yeah, so you really have to ask yourself, how much more equality can we give? How much more equality can we give? You know?
That's $1 million question right there.
And with that, guys, I mean, this has been very interesting. We definitely have to come back and continue this debate. Hopefully we can incorporate females into the discussion so that we can have a healthy debate.
Well, if they allow us to.
That's true. So I'd allow you guys to just give some closing remarks.
Just respect men. We just have to respect women. And we ask our women to do the same and respect us.
Yeah, definitely. I need to petition, and all of us as young men need to petition for more rights, more opportunities, more equality, and all these types of stuff. And you really have to take this issue very seriously.
Right, and I agree with both of you 100%. And like we just said, it's all about respect, and I'm big on respect. And I think once we have that understanding, then both us, men and women, boys and girls, will be on the right path.
Very good. You hear that? The word of the day. Respect. Give me Aretha. Aretha Franklin said it best. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. But Birdman said it better. Put some respect on my name. And we out.